everybody. Welcome back to...
I'm already crying. Oh my god.
It's been a while.
It's been a while. Welcome back to our podcast. We're so happy to be here.
Yeah, we're giggly today. Yeah, welcome back. Clegalsbookclub podcast.
Yep.
It's been over a month since we've sat down last.
Oopsie.
That's okay.
That's okay. We're here now.
Yeah, so we're excited to get caught up.
Yeah, get back to it.
Yeah. What has been going on with you, Emily?
Oh my god.
I haven't seen you in 2 days.
I know, that's a long time for us.
That's forever. I am lost without you.
I have been slowly losing my mind, as you know. My husband and I, Josh, are redoing our kitchen.
Massive project.
And I was tiling for 12 and a half hours yesterday.
She is Joanna Gaines.
I am, but I am not liking it currently.
Oh man.
My whole body hurts.
Yeah.
But I keep telling myself it's gonna turn out great. It's just like 5 more days.
Yeah.
And then I'll be done.
And you're off work this week.
I am off work this week. And
that's so
our
nice.
goal is just to finish.
Yes.
And I'm so thankful I'm off work. Because if I had to go back to work tomorrow after doing that yesterday, I think I wouldn't be there.
You'd lie on the ground.
I would just cry. But other than that, I don't know. Not a whole bunch going on. Mainly just that. It's my whole life. Luna, our dog, was being a weirdo yesterday.
What was she doing?
So she always has to watch us. She's an Australian Shepherd. And so she has to be watching us. We always say that we're her like cows that she's watching, right? Mm-hmm. And she was watching us in the kitchen for a while. Then she left and like laid on the couch, which was good because it was getting a little bit like louder. But then around like 7 p.m. yesterday, she just started watching us and crying.
Oh,
and then
that's disheartening.
It was so sad. I was like, we're almost done. Like, don't give me that. Yeah. And then when I started cleaning up at like 9:30, I was vacuuming just like the loud shop vac. And Josh found her upstairs and she was really scared. And then she wouldn't go to sleep with us for like 2.5 hours.
Oh my goodness.
And then she woke me up at 4 a.m, also crying. I think she was just a hard day for her.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
And I mean, Josh kept letting them out and stuff. It's not like we were like abandoning them.
Totally. It was just out of her normal.
Out of the normal.
Aww,
yeah.
Poor Tuna.
After a busy day, I felt like I had a little baby at our house. Overnight.
Yeah. Hopefully you guys can hang out tonight.
Yeah. That's our plan.
Give
is
her
to
some
take
love.
them on a good. We hung out all morning. We're going to try and give her the attention she apparently needs.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Wow. She's not shy about what she's wanting.
No, she's not at all. But anywho, what's been up with you?
Cute. What has been up with me? Excuse me.
You're a little runner lady.
Yes. I've been running.
You're crazy.
Hopefully going to run the
awesome.
Cleveland half marathon. Not crazy enough to be anywhere near marathon ready. But yeah, that's in May. I know there's a lot of girls running that. So I'm on week 2 of 14 training. Long way to go. But yeah, so far it's going fine.
You ran outside today.
Yeah, a couple of days this week I was outside.
In the snow,
but it was sunny and it was actually like really peaceful and calm outside. But yeah, like a lot of like stopping and starting because it's still so icy out.
Yeah.
And I was getting a little bit frustrated with how tiring that is.
Yeah.
Like you would think with like the amount of like stopping I was doing to like tiptoe through the ice.
Yeah.
That like I'd have all this extra energy. But no, it was like really hard.
I'm sure too, just
which
trying
is
to
weird.
Keep your traction is like way more challenging.
True, like the extra like balance.
Yeah.
And I think it was like a little bit more mental fatigue because I was like so cognizant of like every single step.
Yeah, that
rather
makes sense.
than just like running. But yeah, I was listening to Hannah Montana and Camp Rock, and it was cute. It was good. It was a good morning.
Good.
I like had fun.
Good.
So yeah, hopefully the weather gets better in the next few weeks as the runs get longer, so that it's a little smoother.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But yeah, I'm ready for warm weather. Holy cow. I'm truly at the point of winter where I like forget who I was. I like forget who I was when it was warm outside.
Yeah.
Like to be able to come home from work and like do things outside or like on the weekend to be outside.
Yeah.
Like other than skiing,
Yeah.
like I forget I'm having an identity crisis. I like
Yeah.
don't
Who are you?
I don't know. I don't
Without
and I
the
can't
warmth.
I can't even picture the warmth at this point. So yeah. But
See, I'm opposite. I love this weather.
you're psychotic to me
I
still.
love snow. I don't necessarily love cold without snow,
Yeah.
but when there's snow on the ground, man, I'm so happy.
I mean, it is pretty, but it's just like we're at the like end of like it's February 23rd.
Right? Yeah.
We're at peak. Like I am hanging on to every last grasp of like feeling warm. Like I did like a full self tan 2 days ago. I've got like neon orange nails.
You're trying to bring it back.
I'm like we're in like the ugly part of winter where it's just like my body is depleted of all energy sources.
Yeah.
And I'm just like hanging on to who I was with such tight legs. Literally. So
where did she go?
I don't know who I am anymore. But yeah. No, I'm okay. But skiing has been fun.
Good.
We've gone
yes.
Emily and I went skiing earlier in January. And then she went with her husband and then I went with some friends last weekend. And that is, I will say,
Isn't it so fun?
It is making winter better.
Yeah.
Having that as a hobby and like being able to look forward to and like plan the little ski weekends is I will look forward to winter for that alone.
Yes.
But everything else
you're good without.
I'm good without.
Yeah. I can't get over your eyes right now.
Why?
They look so green in your green sweatshirt.
Oh, they like are kind of green.
They
I
are
think.
kind of green. They just
I don't
look
know what
even
color.
More.
Thank you.
They look very pretty.
Thanks. Yeah, I don't know what color my eyes
I'm
are.
Staring into your soul.
I don't know what. Yeah, I've never really known what color my eyes are because they're like they're not blue, but blue is like an easy. Like I say they're blue, but they're kind of gray.
Yeah.
Like I think I'm a gray eye person. But they're kind of green sometimes.
I feel like I'm in the same.
They're kind of like a gray green. Yeah.
I have the same in certain lights, certain outfits.
Yeah.
It's like very
I
different.
am very jealous of the like the deep blue or like the really, really like sky blue.
My mom's eyes are really my mom, my grandma, my aunt all have like the intense blue eyes.
Yeah. My cousins
like, oh my god,
have
so
such
pretty.
like shockingly blue eyes.
Yes.
But yeah, that's gray, green,
a mix.
Blue. I don't know.
Who knows?
Thank you. That's nice of you to say.
Yeah. You want to go into what you've read so far this year?
I could do that. Do you want to do that?
Yeah, that sounds fun.
Okay, allow me to pull up my Goodreads.
How many books
so that
have
I
you
can
read?
remember. So far, so it's February 23rd. So far, I have read 9 books.
That's amazing. That's awesome.
Thank you. I don't feel like I've read a lot. I feel like I'm often trying to catch. I think it's just because of how long God of the Woods took me. I'm feeling very far away. But okay. So I'll just start like beginning of the year up until now. I'll go chronologically. The first book I read was Variation by Rebecca Yarros.
That's the first book I read too.
You read that book?
Yeah.
I didn't know you read that book.
I swear I told you.
You read Variation?
I didn't realize we both read it at the beginning of the year.
I read it over, let me see my dates.
Mine are always a little bit
Mine
off.
was like December 16th. I finished it on New Year's Day.
Okay, I started it on New Year's Day.
Weird.
Huh, okay, continue.
Cute. Okay, well, so what did you rate Variation?
I rated it a 3.
Okay.
What did you rate it?
I gave it 4 on Goodreads, but I think I'd be more of like a 3.5.
I think I'd be a 3.5 too.
I liked it though. It was cute. Well, because I was reading it over, I don't know if I've already talked about this, but I was reading it over Christmas time, and my friend Robin and I went to the Cleveland Nutcracker Ballet.
Oh yeah.
During it, so I was like reading about ballerinas, and then like went to a ballerina show, so that made the book that much better.
Can we talk about how you just said ballerina show?
Yeah.
Wait, what's it called? Like a ballet.
Yeah, the
You
ballet.
went to a ballerina.
I went to the ballerina show.
Oh.
No, but I liked it, and I liked. I wanted to read the Rebecca Yarros romance, her most recent romance, before we knew Fourth Wing was going to come out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I liked it.
Nice.
Do you want me to just go through all of mine, or do you want to alternate?
Yeah, you can go through all of yours. Let's
Okay. So then after that, I read One Dark Window.
Oh yeah.
Which I loved. I gave it a 4. And then after that, I read Two Twisted Crowns. I also gave Two Twisted Crowns a 4, but amazingly enough, I do think I liked One Dark Window better.
Yeah,
I really feel like I missed Elspeth. Like, I missed her in Two Twisted Crowns, and I knew that she was coming back, and I liked Eon and Elm's development and story too, but I just couldn't get away from not having Elspeth in the story as much.
Yeah.
Which is fine.
Yeah.
But yeah, I really liked that duology. That was really cute. And then after that I read The Wedding People, which was our January book, and I am really happy I read that. I feel like that was also a really nice time of year to read The Wedding People.
I agree, yeah.
And that was a really awesome meeting. And just, yeah, that was I loved that era. Then on audio, I listened to The Sun Does Shine. You heard about The Sun Does Shine?
No, I don't think so.
Okay, it is a memoir. And it was so, so, so good. It is about this guy named Anthony Ray Hinton. Mm-hmm. And he was falsely accused of his crimes and put on death row.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And so
is it him speaking in the audiobook?
It's not him speaking. I tried to look up his story afterwards too. I do believe that he is still alive. But he was on death row for 30 years, I want to say.
Okay.
And he did ultimately end up being released. And he does a lot of things now in the media and stuff, and advocating for falsely, and some of the statistics they were saying about death row in general, I think on death row it was nearly a 50-50, half of the people on death row did not commit the crime.
Oh my goodness.
And so they were trying to describe you're way more likely to have a successful marriage than you were to be rightfully convicted on death row. So that was crazy. But I don't know, it was just a really cool, true story, really, really heartbreaking, very humanity. I really liked it. I gave it 5 stars.
Nice. Okay.
It was a good audiobook too.
Cool.
And it was quick and
easy.
And I felt like I was bettering myself.
Learning something.
Yes, totally. So that's 5. So then my next 3 are I reread Fourth Wing to prepare for Onyx Storm on the 21st of January. I didn't have enough time to do Iron Flame before Onyx Storm, so I did Fourth Wing, and then I started Onyx Storm on January 21st. I guess, yeah. I started on January 21st. I took the day off work. Read a ton, had a great day reading Onyx Storm, and then, let's see, I finished Onyx Storm. Excuse me, I feel like I'm going to burp.
It's disgusting.
I can't burp, but I really feel it. Okay, I feel a little better. Okay, so I finished Onyx Storm on January 31st, and then immediately went back to Iron Flame.
Oh, yeah.
So then I read Iron Flame over the next week, and that was an awesome experience for me.
That's fun.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
I feel I
love that.
Going back from Onyx Storm and then reading Iron Flame and seeing all of the foreshadowing, it made me understand and respect Iron Flame so much more. Yeah. And I enjoyed it so much more this time.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, I was trying to focus on God of the Woods before the meeting, but I was so entwined in the Empyrean series and reading Iron Flame that it took me like 3 weeks to read God of the Woods.
Yeah.
I just finished it last week. I had not finished it before the meeting, which has
we
only...
didn't get it spoiled either.
No spoilers.
From the meeting.
No, absolutely not. Yeah. So I really enjoyed it. I did really enjoy it. Yeah, and then currently I'm listening to Middle of the Night.
Yes.
I'm almost done with it now.
Nice. Okay.
I like it a little bit more over audiobook. That's all I'll say on that. And then I also started Becoming Madam Secretary by Stephanie Dre for our workbook club.
Yeah.
Which is only in 4 days.
Are you listening to it?
I'm reading it.
Okay.
I don't think I can find it on audio before. I kind of wish I could listen to it.
I started listening to it.
Yeah.
And gave up.
I had to look up the Frankie. She is a really cool lady.
Yeah.
Frances Perkins. She created all of like the minimum wage.
Yeah. She
and
started
like
lot of stuff.
safe work hours, a lot of like work benefits and stuff. So I feel like I do really want to learn her story. We'll just see if I finish that on time for book club for work.
Yeah.
Yeah. How about you?
Oh my gosh.
What have you been reading thus far this year?
I am so behind my reading goal currently. But that's okay. I've just had a lot of things going on. I'll catch up. So far I've only read 6 books. Oopsie.
That's okay.
If that makes you feel better.
What does it say you are like behind?
Oh, it doesn't say. I think
Really?
I think it's laughing at me.
Mine says I'm 1 book ahead of schedule.
No, I think if you're behind, it doesn't tell you.
So you should be at 8 books.
Yeah.
Based off what mine is telling me with 9 books.
You're one. Okay. That's okay. That makes
sense. Because it's saying
better.
I'm 1 ahead. Yeah.
Because it doesn't say, because last year I was always ahead of my reading goal and they kept saying, you're like this many books ahead. I was like, oh my gosh. And now it's just like, keep going.
Keep trying. No, that's okay. I mean, you'll catch up this month.
I'll get there.
In the summer.
Yeah.
It's a long year.
It'll be fine.
Yeah.
So like I said, I started with Variation on New Year's Day, which was really fun. It was different. Then I read in one sitting, because it's like a short book. I read The Housemaid's Wedding.
Oh, okay.
Oh my gosh, it was horrible. It was the stupidest thing.
Yeah.
But I read it, and like I said,
it's just down. Like it's a short story.
It's a short story.
Yeah.
So really, I read 5 in a 4th book.
That's okay,
but that's fine. I gave it 2 stars. It was so bad.
Do you want to briefly touch on the Housemaid series?
Yeah.
I think we have different opinions. Like I loved book 1.
Let me go to my ratings. I'm trying to remember.
But book 2 for me, I know a lot of people equally like book 2.
What was it called again?
The Housemaid's Secret. It's the red one.
Oh, yeah.
Book 2 for me had like enough overlap where it was like the exact same story that I was like, this is so dumb. But then she had changed like minor details that I was like, that's not what happened in the first book, that it made me mad. Like relationships and stuff. Like I just think because like the groundskeeper came with her or whatever.
So I gave them both at the time 4, the first and the second one.
Really?
I don't really remember the second one at all. And now that I know, I feel like if I were to rate The Housemaid now, I'd give it like a 2.
The first one?
Yes.
I just think off vibes. Like it is like it's just Frida, but like
I think she fully copied. Is that rude to say?
No, this is a very that's a very popular take.
I feel like it is
because you read The Last Mrs. Parrish.
Mrs. Parrish.
I haven't read that book.
So I read The Last Mrs. Parrish. If anyone hasn't, you should. It was published. I think it was published before The Housemaid. And the books are almost identical. It's like startling. Because I read them pretty close to one another because I remember hearing the theory that The Housemaid is just like that. And oh my gosh, You have to read it at some point. It's insane.
I don't know if I like want to.
Like it's even like everything is set up this.
Yeah.
It's so bizarre.
Huh.
And so ever since reading those, I'm like, wait, did they just copy?
And that's a very popular theory online too.
So I feel like, oh my gosh, I feel like because of that, I don't want to rate The Housemaid as high
that makes sense
anymore. But then I read the third one. What was that called? I'm looking.
The Housemaid is Watching.
Is that the third one? Yeah.
That's the third one. That's
I gave
the white
that
one.
a 3.
Mm-hmm.
I think I still liked that story.
Uh-huh.
But it wasn't as exciting.
Yeah.
But I thought it was still good. And it was very different than the other ones. And I kind of liked that.
Yeah.
So it was when, did you read that one?
I did read it.
So they were living life together now.
Yes.
Right? Like the housemaid Millie. I think
her name is Millie. Her name is Millie.
And then her husband, and they have kids. And it was really interesting. Yeah, the wedding. Oh my gosh, don't waste your time.
I wasn't going. Yeah.
It was so bad. Oh my gosh.
I mean, I can respect. Yeah, I gave The Housemaid's Watching 3 stars as well.
Yeah.
I can respect like from a business perspective of like putting out like a novella.
Yeah, why not?
Why not?
It took so little time for me to read it. It was like I didn't feel like I wasted any time.
Yeah.
And then next up, I reread Fourth Wing.
Yes.
Oh, that was lovely.
It's amazing.
Then I took a break from the Empyrean series and read God of the Woods.
Yeah.
Which did take forever.
Really?
It took me forever too. It says on here, I mean, not actually. Apparently it took me a little over a week. A lot of times my dates aren't right. A lot of times I put it in later. I'm really bad at that.
Okay.
So I don't know. It might have taken me a little bit more than that, but it felt like it took forever.
Yeah, that's how I like. Cause this really only took me like 2 weeks.
It just, I felt like I was reading
for me,
it.
like that, like if I don't finish a book within a week, like that's a long time.
Yeah, I know I've said this to you already, but I felt like I kept, because I read the physical book. I felt like I kept reading, and my bookmark still somehow felt like it was in the same spot.
That's what was happening to me.
Like
as well.
I was like, oh my gosh, I read like so much, and I was still halfway.
That's how
I read so much, I was still halfway.
That's how I felt too. I had the same experience.
I felt like there was something spooky going on. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah.
And then I read The Crash by Frida McFadden.
Oh, how was that?
Oh, it was so bad.
Really?
Sorry, Frida. I really do like some of your books, I promise.
It was bad.
I gave it a 2. I probably could have given it a 1. Dude, it was it was
it
was a good idea, but then it kept the same thing just kept going. It was like one of those books where the same thing keeps going on and on and on, and nothing's changing.
Mm-hmm.
And you're just like, why am I here? It was so bad. And I really pushed myself through it. And then I just I reread Iron Flame. I bumped my score up to a 5-star for that after rereading it. I feel like I actually, because I know I've told you this, but when I read it before, I was like so excited to read it. I was rushing through it, trying to finish it quickly. And this time I really didn't. I mean, it took me 2 weeks, it says on here. Embarrassing. No,
it's a big book.
And
those are big books.
I didn't want to miss anything.
Right.
And I felt like there was so much I'd forgotten or I didn't understand the first time.
Mm-hmm.
And then currently I just started reading Onyx Storm.
Yay!
But I also haven't really gotten into it very far just because I want to actually sit down and read it.
Yeah.
And with all our house projects, I'm like,
you need to. I think you need to finish your kitchen
and then read it
and then enjoy it. Yeah. I'm kind of the same way. Like, I feel like recently, if I've had like outstanding tasks or like chores, it's like I can't enjoy reading.
Yeah, exactly. Like I need to get those things done and then read. And I'm also listening to Middle of the Night.
Yes.
I like it. It's cool.
I like it. I won't give much away, but
I think you're probably farther than me.
I'm pretty far. Okay, I'm like almost done.
No, I'm not.
They've introduced a portion because I had started Middle of the Night last fall after we read
the only one left.
The only one left. Yeah, the only one left.
Right? Okay.
I loved the only one left. And
Yeah.
so Middle of the Night was Riley Sager's most recent book.
Yeah.
And I started it and I was like 100 pages in and I was like, literally nothing is happening.
Yeah, like I don't want to read this.
So I gave it up. But then Emily told me this week that she was listening to it and it was available from the library. So I said, gee whiz, I'll listen to it too.
And I'll beat you.
No. But I wouldn't say like I'm enjoying it more. I mean, I think I just pushed past the part of like the block the first time of being like literally nothing is happening.
Yeah.
I like it enough. It's a good
easy to
audiobook.
listen to.
Yeah, like I've been enjoying it for like driving to work or
Mhm.
like doing stuff around the house and stuff.
Yeah, for sure.
So yeah, I'm liking that.
Yeah, very cool.
Cool. Very cool. Do you want to get into God of the Woods and then talk about book club stuff we've had going on since we last sat down? Or do you want to do that first?
I think we can finish our housekeeping.
Okay.
Do you like that use?
The housemaid is watching.
Housekeeping.
Okay, so I'm a little bit groggy on what day we actually recorded for the podcast last.
I think it was the week of that really busy week we had.
Okay.
Where we went to Cockies. We did Ocean.
Oh yeah, we did Ocean.
There's a lot that we did that week.
Yeah.
Since then, we've done a lot too.
We've done a lot too. We've been doing about one silent reading night a week.
Mm-hmm.
And then we also have had the one Sunday where we went to Yoga 6 and did the book swap.
Yeah.
So I feel like that is going well. I feel like that's a good calendar.
Yeah, we've been doing a lot of stuff.
We've been doing a lot of stuff. Let's see. What good silent reading nights have we had?
Oh my gosh, we went to Rude.
We went to Rude.
So good.
That was so good. What did you get at Rude?
I got the carbonara, I think.
Okay.
It's good.
What was your
an
pie?
appetizer?
We got Brussels sprouts.
Oh yeah,
those were so good.
The sprouts.
I've been obsessed with Brussels sprouts everywhere.
Yeah.
So if they're on the menu, I'm like, can we get your sprouts?
have to get them.
What pie did you get?
Oh my gosh, I forget.
Yours was like, it was like lemon blackberry.
Lemon raspberry, maybe?
It was so good.
Lemon lavender? It was whatever it was so good.
Yeah.
Which one did you get again?
I got the honey.
Oh, yours was really cute.
And it came with the little bee pollen, and you put you sprinkled it on. That was really good. Well, it was funny because mine was such like a dense pie. Like mine was very like graham cracker crust, like
it's a classic
like pie, and then yours was like very moussey.
It was fluff.
Yours was fluffy and good and light.
Really good.
Yeah, that was so much fun. They were so cute, and they put the little Clegalsbookclub on their sign.
Yes.
Oh my god, that was
we had
so
much fun.
Yeah, that was so sweet. We'll have to go back. Yeah, that was really, really cute. And then we went to Lecco.
Yeah.
Lecco in Ohio City, the coffee shop. Man, I just love them. I love them so much. They are so cute.
They're so easy to work with.
I had 2 drinks. I got a matcha. No, I didn't. I didn't get a matcha. I'm kidding. I got their it was around Valentine's Day, so I got it was like a raspberry mocha.
Mm-hmm.
I got that ice. That was amazing. And then I found out a couple of girls were telling me that they have I'm gonna say it wrong, an ube.
I think it's ube.
Like kind of like boba, like the purple boba flavor.
Yeah.
Which I guess is actually made out of sweet potatoes, I learned.
It is.
But the ube latte, oh my god.
So good.
I am like dying to go back. It was addictive. It was so good.
I don't think I told you this before, but when Josh and I went on our honeymoon, went to Hawaii, and ube is really popular there.
Yes.
And so I got like everything. I remember I got an ube bagel. It was like a bright purple bagel.
Yeah, it's so cute.
Ube acai bowls type of thing.
Yeah.
It's all so good.
Oh my god. I loved it.
Where else did we go? Bartleby.
Classic. Excuse me, I think I'm gonna sneeze.
It's cute.
Okay, it went away. Where else did we go?
I think we went somewhere else.
We
It'll come
did.
to us.
Yeah, we went to.
That might be it, actually.
No, we did
We
another
had to
one.
go to one more
Leco.
place.
Where did we go?
Had you gone to Clegalsbookclub before?
I think we were going there.
Okay. You loved that, though. I wasn't able to go.
Clegalsbookclub was
so much fun.
incredible. Her owner's name is Lindsay. I'm obsessed with her. So sweet. My drinks there were really good too. They were different. And I liked the kava, like, because the kava is like the non-alcoholic plant-based thing, but it does give you, like, similarly to alcohol, gives you like kind of a buzz. I really liked the relaxation effects of the kava. It was a very nice feeling.
That's cool.
Yeah,
that's really cool.
I'm looking for. We'll have to go there. They have a patio, I guess. So I think we'll go there in the summer.
I love that.
Where else did we go?
We're going next week to Patron Saint.
Yeah.
I'm so
well,
excited.
We're going in 2 days.
Oh my gosh.
2 days.
I will be there. Also.
You're coming?
Yeah. No talking.
Emily and I were just reaching out to each other and holding space for one another. Coming to Patron Saint. That's awesome. Can you look on your phone, actually, at where else we've gone?
Oh yeah, your phone's up there.
It's tied up.
Just keeps hitting my head.
In between Cavasol.
That's pictures. Okay.
Because that was a long time ago. Rude. Cavasol. Bartleby. Leco. Is that it?
Oh, it's because we had our meeting over God in the Woods.
Yeah. Is that it, though? That's the only things? Yeah.
That's it.
Okay. Oh.
Yeah.
All right.
So we had our
and then we went to yoga. Oh, and then we went to Yoga 6.
Yeah.
And we did our book swap. I am really enjoying the wellness, like, book swap things. Oh, and Josie made us cookies.
Josie Bakes
made us cookies for the yoga book swap. That
were
so cute and good.
They taste
She's
amazing.
Oh my God,
I don't know how she makes them, but man.
I know. We're going to have to get more.
Yeah.
I want to do like cake pops, I think, next time. So good. Yeah.
Yeah. And we had our lovely meeting at Great Lakes Brewing Company
event
room.
The best time at Great Lakes.
Shannon at Great Lakes is so amazing.
Yes.
She's the one she came up with girl dinner for us there.
Yes.
It was like you get Caesar salad and fries. It was so good.
Caesar salad and fries. We had espresso martinis. We had like a tequila.
Oh yeah, that
big
had
tequila
a lot
drink.
of tequila in it.
That was really, really cute. And they were all named after books.
Everything was just so good there.
All the details were so sweet. The space was perfect. I just, loved it there.
It was 10 out of 10.
Those were great. Yeah, night 2, I cried.
Yeah, you did.
That's okay.
It was really sweet, though.
Yeah.
We had such a good time. It meant a lot to us. I feel like.
Yeah.
It was just
I feel
good.
like I've had a couple girls mention the last few months that, like, things have just really been picking up for book club. And I agree. Like, I don't really know what the turning point kind of was, but we're just really in a groove and such good people.
Yeah.
And
the amount of
book
people
club is
too,
crazy.
I feel like who've come up and said like how thankful they are because
Yeah.
they've met some friends that they actually like hang out outside of book club.
Totally.
That's just so sweet.
I know. No, it is. And I've noticed too, like, there are friend groups that have formed over like the repetitive meetings and stuff of just like you see a familiar face, you go, you sit with them again, like kind of thing. But I have just noticed like the groups are expanding and they're like cross mingling so much.
It's so sweet.
It's so sweet. And yeah, it's just really, really good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I really love it.
I do too.
Okay. Well, let's just go cry for a few minutes.
Yeah, literally. We love book club. And everyone. It's so sweet. Okay, let's talk about our February book, which this podcast
is a little behind.
This episode is actually regarding this book right here, and we're finally going to talk about it.
Yeah, Guide to the Woods.
Yeah, and we're about 3 weeks behind putting out this episode because of me.
And me. I also wasn't done. I mean, you did. It was a little longer.
It was a long time. I'm so sorry, but I did. I am really glad I read it. And I'm glad I took my time.
Yeah.
There was a second there where I was like, I'm not like a skimmer.
Mm-hmm.
There was a second when I was like, do I just try to like speed read this?
She was texting me. You were texting me and you were like, I'm just skimming it. I was like, Sarah, I don't think this is a book you can
skim. And I heard online, people were like, oh yeah, you can just skip the whole first half. And then I was like, really? No, I'm glad I read it in its entirety. It was good.
What did you rate it?
So it's funny. I again gave it a 3, which is funny because for The Wedding People, I also gave that a 3. Now that I've had a moment to marinate with it, I do feel like they're kind of similar in my mind.
In your mind. Yeah.
How about you?
I think I gave it, I remember what I actually rated it. Right now, I think it's a 3.5. I might have even given it a 4. I think a good solid 3.5.
Yeah.
I also agree. I think it was kind of similar level of The Wedding People. I feel like there's a lot to talk about with it. And I really liked it, even though it took me forever. It wasn't like I was not liking it.
Every time I sat down, I really actually love. I know there's like stains
wet right here.
Really?
I don't know. I don't think I spilled
I don't
anything.
think it is wet. Oh, maybe it is.
Maybe it was my condensation. I did. Are you peeing on my couch?
You're like, I know there's some stains.
Were you in there with the doctor the other day?
No.
I have to cut this out.
No.
Honey.
Oh yeah, I know. You told me about how
irrigation. He's like, oh, I peed.
And we're like, seriously? And he's like, yeah. No, that's awesome.
I think it must be the drip of my glass condensation.
Yeah.
Okay. Anywho,
so
3.5. Yes,
but so I was gonna say I did thoroughly enjoy actually the formatting of it and the way that it was written. I actually loved the timelines. Yeah. I think it was done really well. I also loved the different POVs. Yeah. This kind of reminded me, throwback to last February's book when we read The Heavenly Grocery Store. Heaven and Earth Grocery Store. It kind of reminded me of like similar vibes of, because I think it's really beautiful.
Oh, interesting.
I think it's really beautiful.
Here we go.
I think it's very touching when books talk about like an event in a community from a lot of different people's POVs, because I think that it goes to show that, like, in this case, like one little boy or one little girl going missing, it's happening. Yes, it's happening to the people close to it, but it's also spreading and it's happening to everyone else in the community, and they all have their own take on how that's impacting them.
Yeah.
And I just think that's so real life, and I think it's so challenging for authors to do it well.
Yeah.
But I think this was done really well. Yeah. And that was my favorite part of Heaven and Earth Grocery Store, was that kind of like attempt. I do think that was still done well, but I like the idea that it's like all these people are what make a community, and you're trying to get slivers of how it's impacting all these different people with different backgrounds and different lives, and like moving forward with everybody as a group. And that's what stood out to me about this.
Yeah.
Because I think there was a lot of chatter about like the timelines and the like so many POVs and like it being confusing. And I think in that case, it's like, yeah, it's important to know who's speaking to get like the closest truth to the story and follow along what's happening, but at the same time, we're still moving in the story. No matter who's speaking, we're still moving throughout it. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So I like that.
I like that too.
Thanks.
I get what you mean. I think at the beginning, remember how it starts? It was kind of confusing for me at that point when it just says a date. Like one date.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
In the first few chapters, it says like one date.
Right.
Again. And then it says like another date 2 months later.
Yes.
I really liked when it finally got.
Me too.
It made so much more sense to me when the author at the beginning of the chapter had a list of dates and like bolded which one we were at.
Yes.
Then I could see it in the entirety of like, we start here. This is the last date. I don't know why. At the beginning, I was like, wait, where are we now? Wait, is this before or after?
Totally.
Well, and I think that was kind of confusing for me.
And I'm trying now to think.
I think it makes more sense now looking back, but I was very confused.
The first few so I'm trying to look at it. The first section is called Barbara. Section 1 is just Barbara.
Mm-hmm.
And that's all 1975. Different months, but it's all 1975.
Yeah.
And then when we get to Bear, sorry, it's okay.
Keep going.
So Bear is the next.
It takes a while, I feel like.
He's part 2, and that's when it switches.
Oh, that makes sense because that's his stories back then.
Yeah, exactly.
That makes sense.
Guess so.
Yeah,
I can see that now, because if you immediately start with Barbara in the present,
it would be weird to have all the dates listed
because that's not part of her story. Yeah. Yes, exactly.
In the beginning. Yeah.
So then
that makes sense.
Yeah, I think I like that.
Looking into it now.
Yeah.
Like, yes. At the beginning, I was like, what? Where are we?
Yeah.
I don't know if we're in June or July or.
Well, and this was such an interesting genre because I would say it was less thriller. It wasn't really a thriller. I'd say it's total mystery.
Yeah.
But it's also like historical fiction.
Yeah.
Because it took place in the 50s to 1975. So it's like a historical fiction mystery.
So the book starts with Barbara, who's what, 13?
13 at camp. Her parents own her.
It's 1975.
Her parents own it. They're filthy rich. She's emo.
She's very emo.
She's troubled. But then everyone at camp loves her.
Yeah.
She's like the best friend. No one's afraid of her.
Everyone wants to be her.
Yeah. She's sneaking out at night.
She sneaks out at night a lot.
Yeah.
Which she says she's going to her boyfriend's to see her boyfriend.
Mm-hmm.
Then
we switched to Bear.
Bear was from the 50s to 61. He disappeared.
Mm-hmm.
He was really sweet.
Yeah, he's really cute. His mom was obsessed with him.
And for a little bit, his parents like had a weird relationship. It brought them closer together.
Yep.
And then he disappeared.
And then they're both gone. I don't know what Visitors is about.
Let's see. Bear disappeared when he was supposedly going on a walk with his grandpa.
Mm-hmm.
And he said he was going to go back for his pocket knife. And then he just never came back.
Mm-hmm.
Was the same time, is there like a serial killer out in the woods?
Yeah, I think so.
Well, the serial killer was caught for the first time.
Yeah.
Which was just a weird coincidence.
But that's not even who they blamed it on. They ended up blaming on that
gardener.
Carl, right?
The gardener. I think his name was Carl. He was the gardener.
And then...
If you didn't know he was the gardener. I keep saying gardener over and over. I'm sorry.
So they framed Carl, who then, before he like even got prosecuted, he had a heart attack. So then they just stuck with that.
And then he ended up passing away. They blamed him though because he really liked Little Bear and he taught him how to make carved like figurines.
Mm-hmm.
And that was the only thing they found in the woods was like a carved figurine.
Yes, you're right. Carl Stoddard.
That's why and he was on the fire
Yeah,
the
that
fire
was.
station.
I really liked that chapter of them making their little firehouse. That was really cute.
That was really precious. I think in that chapter you could tell Carl was a good guy.
Yeah, totally.
And then it cuts forward to the future or the present.
The present, and then we have Judy. I loved Judy's as a character.
Yeah, Judita. She was so cool. She was what, the first like female detective?
Yeah, in their county or whatever.
Yeah.
She
was really badass.
She was really, really neat. I liked her elements of the story. I'm trying to find, I forget what her.
She was in charge of interviewing a lot of people.
I was trying to find who her boss was. Because that honest, like, good. Was it Goldman?
I think that sounds right.
Hayes?
No. Yes. So obviously we know that this book was told from multiple perspectives. Which character's viewpoint did you like the most and the least?
I think I liked Judita's point of view. I also really liked Alice, the mom.
Yeah.
I really liked her point of views, especially as she started to like go crazy. Like I liked to kind of see inside of her head and her experience with all of that. And then, yeah, I really like Judita being like the modern 1975 detective girl.
Yeah.
And not being afraid to talk to like potential murderers and like investigate the case and stuff.
Yeah.
And this really impactful family, and even like having to confront her family about what she was doing and that it was like valid and important and stuff.
Yeah.
How about you?
I was gonna say the same. I really liked her character. I thought it was really cool because, like, with her family stuff, she was trying to leave home without being married, which was weird for her family. And in that time period, it was definitely strange too. Yeah, I thought she was really cool. I thought she was a really cool character, and I could see her whole like person.
Yeah. I'm
trying to think of who else had major. I also liked Louise.
Yeah, who was Louise again?
She was the camp.
Oh yeah.
Counselor? Not counselor.
Yeah, she was like 18. Yeah. She wasn't like really in charge, but she was the one.
She was in charge of one cabin.
Yes. Yeah, I did.
She came from a bad background, like upbringing.
Yeah. Oh, and she was the one who was dating John Paul McClellan. Yes. The engaged. Yeah, who they tried to frame her.
I really liked her point of view because I just thought she really thought that she was going to marry John Paul.
Yeah.
And it was so obvious from an outside perspective, like he's just using you.
Yeah.
But you could see in her mind he's making her promises that will get her and her little brother like away from their situation.
Yes, I did really like that element.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I liked those.
Yeah, totally.
Some girl power.
You know what I'm excited for too, and we can do this after, but I'm really excited now to look at everybody's fan casts.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
We'll have to pull those
we'll
up.
Have to look at it.
Yeah.
I like that.
Okay, I'm looking forward to that.
Maris, we haven't talked about Tracy yet.
Tracy was really cool.
What did you think about her relationship with Barbara?
I thought it was a good element to the story. I liked she was like kind of obsessed with Barbara, like infatuated with her. I
have a question.
Was she a fellow camper, or was she was a fellow camper?
Yeah, she was a camper.
So I think that was good to get her
She was
perspective.
The one, she wanted to just sit at home pretty much all summer. I'm pretty sure. Tracy. That was like her dream, was just to be, I think her parents were separated or something, and she just wanted to hang out at her dad's and just read and be lazy. She was very introverted, and I don't think she had many friends. And I think camp was scary to her.
Yeah.
I think that was her. And then she became friends with Barbara and really came out of her shell.
I think also I'm looking at the very beginning of the book now at one of Tracy's chapters. I think I was very confused early on because Tracy was the one whose mom was like out of the picture or something, and then her dad was dating someone that was like of similar age of her. So then when it jumped to Barbara and Alice, I thought that Alice was like the stepmom, because it was saying, because that was like very heavy at the beginning, and this was like something that really confused me, and like stuck with me, because I was like, why did, for like half of the book I thought that Alice was not Barbara or Bear's mom. I thought she was like a stepmom.
Oh yeah,
and that's because it was really Tracy's. Young. It was because of Tracy's story.
Oh, I didn't even remember that.
That's yeah, I don't know. Point. It stuck with me, and then I was like very confused, and I was like, as soon as Alice's perspective started speaking, I was like, oh, she's a stepmom.
Because Alice and then did meet Peter very
when
young.
She was young.
She was like 18.
Yeah, exactly, and he was like 34, I think.
I think like 28.
I think he was 34. I know.
That's terrifying.
So
I think she might have even met him at first when she was 17.
I think so.
Like at whatever dance he accompanied her to.
Yeah. Oh my god. And then when we found out that, fast forward, when he was sleeping with Delphine, that was a weird twist that I just like didn't need in the story, but it just made you feel even worse for Alice. And you could just tell how truly like alone she was, and no one was being truthful. Her closest camp, like nobody was being truthful with her.
I hated too how Delphine's husband, who passed away, I don't remember his name.
Let's call him Adam.
Adam. No, that's my brother-in-law's name. That's weird. No, Delphine's husband, who passed away, they were supposedly like
George.
In love.
It was George. They were so in love.
They were like smitten, and Alice was, I think, jealous of the relationship because they were like really partners.
Yeah. And she was like describing how, remember at the beginning when she was describing like, oh, like George is like low-key really ugly.
Yeah.
But she was like, but like
Delphine loves him anyway. Like, yeah, I was so mad.
Yeah.
When then it's like, oh, Delphine and Peter have been sleeping together all along.
So how long do you
I think in the book they said it was from the very beginning.
That sucks.
I'm pretty sure that Alice was like, has this been the whole time? And
that's why, yeah.
I think it has.
That's why she was saying that's why she even set her up with him in the first place, so that they could continue.
I was like, maybe Delphine's just really depressed. Her husband died. No, it was from the beginning. Not that would excuse it anyways, but it at least would make it more not like your whole relationship was a lie.
Yeah.
I don't know. I was really upset with him.
Yeah, that was a weird element of the story. Can we talk about TJ?
Yeah.
Tessie Joe. Okay.
Let's talk about her character.
So, and then who was her dad?
The camp director.
The camp director, but so what was his name?
He was in the end of it a lot.
Yeah.
If you look at the end.
Victor?
Frank? I don't know.
Cabin director Vic?
Yeah, it was Vic. Vic Hewitt.
Vic, okay. Yeah.
Tessie Joe, TJ, was such an interesting character.
Yeah, she was cool.
She's probably really revolutionary for that time.
Yeah.
Because she was supposed to be like very tomboyish, very kind of like gruff, knows how to do all the outdoorsy things.
Yeah.
Just lived with her dad her whole life, pretty much. Yeah. For a little bit there, the author did have me going that TJ did something bad.
Yeah.
Or I was wondering if Vic did something.
Yeah.
And
they really tried to spin
dementia.
That.
I was like, oh my gosh, did he have something to do with this? Like, even though I didn't think he was bad, still, just how he was like hidden away.
Yeah. And then the brother
so
at the end when she was like, oh, he's at her brother's house.
And oh my gosh, the brother's dead.
That doesn't exist. The brother's dead.
All of that was crazy.
I thought that was like, I felt a lot of this book and like the attempted ways of like throwing you off. Yeah. Like, I think they were cute. I wouldn't say that it was like, but I got to the point where it was like after every chapter, I was like, oop. Ooh.
I truly didn't actually know.
I didn't know either.
Who was responsible for anything. I thought she did a good job at that. I do think I was like I can tell you were trying to.
Yes, that's how I felt too.
Yeah, I don't think it's them, but it could be.
Yes, totally.
Like, it was a big,
like it was like we're over here now. Oh,
yeah.
Okay, now we're over here. Ooh.
Now she's just throwing everything at you, and you're like, I have no idea. I feel like it was so many options. I was like, I don't know.
Totally.
I knew who I thought it wasn't.
Yeah. But it's all about the journey.
I didn't think it was Carl. I didn't think it was TJ or Vic, really. But
and then they really wanted you, for a while there, you were like, it was that killer guy.
Yeah, it was a serial killer.
They really wanted you to think it was him.
Or it was the grandpa.
Yeah, yes. Oh for a while, I was like, this has to be like an inside family thing.
Yeah.
Which it kind of was. Yeah. But that was really sad.
So, for Bear's story, I think it was just really sad.
Mm-hmm.
It was just such a tragedy, and it was really sad that they covered it up.
Yeah. I felt most sad that they kept it from Alice and allowed her to genuinely feel so crazy about it. Like the fact that she was having nightmares about the truth, and they would just brush it off and send her to a psychiatric facility rather than confronting it. I felt that was really sad.
I felt so conflicted because I don't know. It's crazy. How would Alice have dealt with knowing the truth? You know what I mean? Do we think that would be worse for her? I mean, it was horrible that she was taken out of the decision on that.
Yes.
But I just felt so is it better for her to not know?
Yeah.
In a way. But I
don't think so. I mean, I don't think so. I
almost think so for her sake. I don't know. I feel very conflicted about it.
I just think they were so worried about their image as a family that they would never, and then they had obviously gone so far into the framing Carl Stoddard and stuff that it was they couldn't really go back now. But
it was kind of crazy though that the story never came apart with so many people knowing about it. I mean, not so many.
Yeah, but Tessie and Vic knowing the truth.
Vic knowing about it too, not being a part of the family was kind of crazy.
Was there something, because I genuinely do not remember this, but was there something about, because Bear was on the island in the middle of the lake or whatever, where Barbara ended up escaping to as well?
No, they didn't go to the same place.
Yeah, I thought so.
No, I think Barbara went somewhere different. No. Barbara went somewhere farther away, I thought.
No, because she was like, I'm going to always be with Bear, because she knew that's where Bear was buried.
Oh.
And then there's a cabin. There was the cabin in the middle of the lake where Barbara went to escape and was going to stay.
I didn't realize she was so close. I thought she was further
away. I was fairly confident that it was the same place.
Oh my gosh.
Because I was like, oh, that's sweet.
Wait,
because that was touching
to me. I don't remember. No. I don't know why. I thought she literally went 1,000 miles away.
No, and I think it was kind of she was in plain sight. But I think because the family was so protective of not having people search that island, that she knew it was the one place they wouldn't search.
That makes sense. I apparently made up my own ending.
Allow me to have a moment to try to find it.
I, however, I didn't really like the ending for Barbara.
I didn't either.
I thought it was too, I'm really, a 13-year-old girl is going to live on her own in the wild.
For a month. That's so silly.
I was no.
Well, okay, so they row their boat. They're on the island. There's deer there that she can hunt. There's house. Maybe it's not the same place. I thought they're on shore on the island. It says that she brings a frame.
So that Bear is always with her?
So that Bear's always with her.
Because I think it's further away.
It says she pulls out one non-essential object that she permitted herself to transport today, a framed picture of her brother Bear. He too will have a home here. She sets the picture on a rough tablet at which she will eat her meals. You're safe now, she tells her brother.
I think it's somewhere further away. Because I think the
Yeah.
island in the
It says
lake.
50 miles north.
Okay.
The
I
lake
think that
50
was
miles
just
north.
really little.
Because Judy then goes and finds her.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I think
You're right.
It's not like crazy far, but it's far enough. Because I think the island in the middle of the lake, I was picturing it to be like really little, especially since that serial killer guy was just staying in like a cave.
Yeah.
What?
Wait, I'm trying to figure out. I'm sorry. Because I was just thinking, I mean, it says like she's at the edge of a lake 50 miles north of the camp. She didn't bring a boat.
Yeah, she swam across.
But I was like, there's no way she swam 50 miles. No.
It wasn't
So
that far.
they're 50 miles away. The lake is not 50 miles.
No.
I was like, how did she swim?
I think it was still a decent amount.
It was a decent amount.
It was. I think she looked and she's like, I think I could swim that.
And then she's like, oh no, what am I doing? Yeah.
Would you trust your swimming skills?
I always thought I was a strong swimmer.
Yeah.
I think I could.
I think I'm a strong swimmer too.
I think I could.
I think I'd know what is my limit.
And I would rest. Like I would float if I
Yeah.
was getting too tired. Like I think I would know. Yeah.
Yeah.
But and I don't think I'd try to race by any means, but I think I
Mhm.
could swim a decent distance.
Yeah. Swimming race, like long distance, sounds horrible.
Yeah. No.
I
But
think I
leisure,
could do
yeah.
like a leisure. I have to get across this.
Yeah. Conserve energy kind of thing.
Yeah.
Can we look at the
fan cast?
Yes.
Let me pull it up on my phone. Because did you post it somewhere?
I posted them in our ratings. Oh, let's talk about that. Can you read the ratings and stuff?
For book club?
Yeah. Of what everyone rated it.
Mm-hmm. Okay. The ratings of Gone to the Woods by our book club members.
Yes. So 21% gave it 5 stars.
It's a pretty decent amount.
Yeah. 44% gave it 4 stars.
So that's a really good rating.
That's a really good rating.
So over 65%
gave it over 4
and up.
stars. Yeah. 3 stars was 21%. So that is like
that's a 7.
Oh, you're right. It's 27. Thank
27. And then 2 stars was 6.
6, and then 1 star was like less than 1%.
Okay, that's pretty good. Now the fan cast.
Okay, so for Barbara, the most popular girl was God, what is her name?
She's the witch.
Yeah. It's the girl from
oh my gosh, what is her name?
It's the girl from the
what's that show? Wednesday.
Yeah, Wednesday Addams.
Okay.
So overwhelmingly it was Jenna Ortega.
Yes.
I also really liked the Avril Lavigne.
Who's that's funny.
And Billie Eilish.
Who's this girl again? I know she's from
Euphoria.
Euphoria.
I forget her name. There was a lot of Sadie Sink. Yeah, Barbie Ferreira.
I like her kind of for Barbara.
I
think
do
she'd
too.
be really good as like an edgy.
I do too.
Person. Moving on.
I also really want. Oh wait. Oh, and then this was the girl from Gossip Girl.
She's like edgy.
She's edgy in real life.
The younger sister.
I also really liked the group that did all SpongeBob characters.
So for Barbara, we have Pearl.
Yep.
Oh my gosh, Alice as
Yeah, these are good.
What's her name? Oh my god.
That is Nicole Kidman.
Oh my god, duh. Okay.
Nicole Kidman, I love. Gwyneth Paltrow was a huge one.
I love these all. Anne Hathaway, honestly, would be good.
Yeah.
She would be so good. Oh my gosh, what's her name?
I don't know.
I don't know anyone's names right now.
Me neither. I'm going to put this up over us.
Okay, good.
Anyway, the lady in the bottom left-hand corner. And then we have Mrs. Patrick. Okay, Judy.
We have Anne Hathaway again.
The most popular one was the lady from
Law and Order.
Law and Order.
Mariska Hargitay.
Yes, she was really popular.
I could fully see that.
Yeah.
She would be so. I mean, she's already
That's just
plays a
already her
detective.
role. I like the people that did Judy Hopps from Zootopia.
That's funny. Who's that girl again? I know she's in Parks and Rec.
Aubrey Plaza.
She would be really funny.
She would be
too.
amazing. Yeah.
A little bit less sarcastic.
Yeah.
A little bit more hard.
And then who is this girl? This is
I don't know who that is.
No, me neither. Okay.
Peter
Van Laar.
Whoever put the young prince. This was from The Crown.
Yeah.
Whoever put the blonde young prince. What was his name? No, I don't care about the actor's name.
George.
Prince George from The Crown.
Yes.
He would be amazing.
He'd be amazing. I really liked that.
I imagine the blonde.
I was giggling at Peter Weber.
Oh
but
my
no,
gosh.
This is just a really handsome spread.
Henry Cavill.
This is just a very handsome spread of men, and then we have the grubby guy from SpongeBob.
I feel
Mr. Bubbles or something.
I feel like people were really channeling. What was that new show based off of the Ellen Hildebrand book?
Oh, yes. The Perfect Couple.
Because this is the dad.
Yeah.
And then Nicole Kidman was the mom.
You're right.
I feel like people are really channeling that, which I could see because they were also really wealthy.
Yeah.
Okay, moving on.
Luis. This was overwhelmingly Sabrina Carpenter.
Okay. I feel like there's a lot of blondes happening.
And Sydney Sweeney. Yeah, I really liked this girl, Maya, I think is her name. The girl from Stranger Things. I really liked that.
Lily Collins.
Lily Collins would be amazing. This girl's also from Stranger Things.
Did you know she's Phil Collins' daughter?
Is she really?
Lily Collins is Phil Collins' daughter.
We have some Nepo babies.
This girl was also in
Dakota Fanning.
And then
someone put Elle Fanning, or that was also Dakota. Dakota made it as Luis and as Judy.
These are really great. Zendaya
would be amazing.
Should be funny. And then
Sarah Hyland.
We have Patrick Starr in the thigh boobs. Totally.
Tracy. This was overwhelmingly Sadie Sink.
Oh my gosh, yeah. Or her.
Yes.
She played Barbara, right, in Stranger Things.
Yep.
Oh my gosh, the redhead is really it for Tracy, I feel like.
Yeah.
Or Nicola Coughlan.
Yeah, Penelope from Bridgerton.
Oh my gosh, she would be amazing.
Yeah. Lots of Stranger Things and Euphoria in all of these casts.
This is interesting.
Yeah. And then TJ. Yeah, it was overwhelmingly the lady from Game of Thrones.
I don't know who that is.
Let's look up her name.
Also never watched Game of Thrones.
Oh my gosh. Gwendolyn Christie. She would be an amazing TJ.
I also really like
Kristen Stewart. Miley.
With the short hair. Miley Cyrus.
Miley is such an idea. Lady Gaga. I like how people put the lady from Orange is the New Black.
And even Florence Pugh.
Yeah, totally.
With her short hair now would be really cool.
And specifically Tina Fey from Mean Girls.
And
then Mrs. Puff.
Mrs. Puff.
Carl.
Oh, it definitely has to be
the guy from Stranger Things.
Yeah.
I really liked all of these men.
The dad from Twilight. Oh my gosh.
And Stanley Yelnats.
Stanley. Oh, so good.
I know. These fan casts. Well, you guys will have to low-key let me know if you enjoy seeing the fan cast on the Instagram. Because can you pull up the Instagram? I want to give a shout out to can you look at the comments? Lauren K. Thank you so much. She said, "This is so cool to see results, and I can appreciate the time it must have taken to make this. LOL." It takes an ungodly amount of time. And
yes, this is all Sarah.
If you guys like it, because I do low-key like it, and especially because I hadn't read the book yet. Now getting to go back and see what you guys thought makes I really like it, and it's such a cute visual. But if nobody cares, then I'm just throwing out there that it does take an ungodly amount of time. I have to do every single person by hand.
Oh my, I love it.
I really do like
love
it. Okay. So I'm just throwing it out there that it is by
You have 2 supporters, me and Lauren K.
literally. Seriously.
Oh man, these are so good.
Really cute. So do you have any final thoughts?
Back out of the woods.
Yeah.
I truly really liked it. I feel like this book was kind of an enigma for me because it took me so long to read it. That's all I'll say.
Yeah. I think that I'm so sorry that I'm scratching my foot so hard. I have like the worst itch. I'm really sorry. I think when books take me a very long time to read, it's hard for me to rate them higher than like a 4.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, why did it take me so long? But I will say I thoroughly enjoyed it every time I picked it up. So I don't want the amount of time and my cross obsession at the time with the Fourth Wing series to impact my feelings towards this book. And I am glad I gave it the time that it deserved. Yeah. Our next book is Onyx Storm. You guys, please let me know if you guys listen to this. If you would prefer for us to try to get the episode out on Onyx Storm prior to the meeting, once Emily reads Onyx Storm, or if you're okay with it being after.
Yeah.
I think we could be in a place of potentially changing our timing to come out before the meetings.
I'm sure we could.
And then you guys could listen to it before and then have something to go off when you're at the meeting. Or you could just wait until you finish it, kind of thing. Or if you want us to wait until after the meeting so we can like touch on how the meeting went and stuff. Or like thoughts that we heard from the meeting we can include in the episode.
Yeah.
So
let us know.
Yeah, I would like to know that feedback.
We could do either.
And we have a super exciting calendar. We are booked through March. We have really, really cute things happening. I think we go on not saying any one of those things, and then we'll just reflect on it.
It'll be exciting.
Yeah, we'll reflect on it. March is going to be amazing. It's going to be really, really fun. There's a lot of casual settings. There's fancier settings. Lots of fun. There's some workouts. Yeah,
we got
all the things. We got it all. So it's gonna be a really great month. And I think that's it.
Thanks for listening.
Yeah. Thank you guys so much for listening to episode 3.
3, 4.
4?
Somewhere in there.
I think it's 4. I think this is a 4.
I think this is 4 too.
So 4 episodes in. It's getting crazy.
Getting wild.
It's getting wild over at Clegalsbookclub. So hope you guys have a really, really good week and a half. And we will see you at the Onyx Storm meeting. And we cannot wait to talk about it with you. And I can't wait for Emily to read it so I can talk about it.
I know. I'm so ready.
Yeah.
So,
yay. Anyway, bye-bye.
Love you guys.